Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your tarot reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And wow, Empress energy. Beautiful, beautiful, productive, loving, nurturing, caring, affectionate energy. I love that. And of course, we're going to surround it with a little bit of air and a little bit of fire. Okay. And also, if there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know in the comments. Okay, now, finishing up with the Path of the Serpent. This is a lot of good creative energy. We're going to do a mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're going to use the Waite-Smith deck. We're going to set this card down, put the alien on top. We're not going to look at that until the very end. And hopefully at the end of the reading, that card will tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need. Okay, so let's take a look here. All right, we've got major, major, major. We've got air, fire. We've got air, fire, and a little bit of water. This is really, really wonderful. This is creative. This is, you're going to be taking some risks. Okay, you're going to be working hard. We've got this Empress energy, though, right at the core of you. Right off the bat, you may be involved in some kind of healthcare thing. You may be a caregiver or a caretaker to someone. I feel like there's a lot of healing, a lot of nurturing vibes with you right now. And it could be self-healing, of course, you know. I feel like some of this is directed at other people. It could be part of your business, part of your career, or maybe at home. But I'm kind of getting a more professional vibe with it. That you're like a professional healer, professional caregiver. Again, maybe you work in healthcare, maybe you work at a hospital or a doctor's office, some kind of a clinic. It could be mental health, because we do see this mental energy with the Six of Swords. Could be that you do some kind of work in the mental health, but you're a nurturer, you're a caregiver, right? Now, maybe it's not professional. Maybe this is just your vibe right now. Okay, maybe this is directed toward yourself. Maybe you're working on self-healing. Maybe you're working on your own mental health, which I think both can be true, right? I think mental health professionals do intense work on their own mental health, right? I don't think you can have one without the other. And the same with the physical health and well-being. I think that taking care of others at least gives us room to think about taking care of ourselves too. Even if we might put most of our energy on others, it opens up the door at least to be aware of that. I do think there's a little bit of that going on. We see a Ten of Wands at the end of the Path of the Serpent here. It could be that there is a lot of your energy, this kind of loving, nurturing, productive, really beautiful Empress energy, that there is so much of it being expressed and given to other people that we might be in need of a little recharge, right? It could be what this is about. I've got a lot of places to go here. Let's start with this star energy in the background. This is you, I think, discovering which star in the company of stars is yours, your purpose. This is the star out there with your name on it. You've got the little certificate that says that you have laid claim to this particular star, this path, this career, this project, this life, this divine energy. This really satisfying and meaningful objective in your life. Okay, you found your thing. And it could be that you have a literal certificate or degree, diploma for some kind of skill that is related to this caregiving, this nurturing, healing energy that I'm feeling. So I think this was recent. I think in the last maybe couple of years, you discovered what your thing is, and now you're doing it, right? Now you're doing it. And I feel, even with the six, well, especially with the Six of Swords here, that it is something professional. There is some kind of a science behind it. It could be a metaphysical science. It could be a physical science. It could be, a psychological science. But there's some kind of organization to your nurturing, healing vibe. There's some kind of plan to it. Either the plan of your purpose, what you're hoping to accomplish, or the literal science and education that went into it. Okay? I'm really feeling that vibe with you. And if you are, in the healthcare field or physical health, mental health, spiritual health, thank you so much for the work that you do, right? If it weren't for people like you, I don't think I would be here, okay? I've had some medical issues in the past. It's not a secret. I've had a liver transplant. So I've relied heavily on doctors and nurses and caregivers during that period of time in my life where I went through that experience. So I have a big spot in my heart for people in the healthcare field, any kind of health, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health. I think it all needs to be holistic, And I myself was an EMT for a short period of time. But I feel like you're doing something along those lines, okay? And I don't think that you've always known what your star is. I think that maybe you still do, have some questions, have a little bit of self-doubt, a little bit of uncertainty, a little bit of trouble deciding, Maybe you've just recently kind of had gotten this diploma or graduated, or you've recently kind of entered into this field or this work. Even if you're in your retirement years, this is kind of the new meaning that you found, your renewed sense of purpose in your life, whatever activity that involves, okay? I think there's still some uncertainty on what to do with it, or where to go, or which direction to take, maybe which company, which hospital, which whatever, So I feel like there's a little bit of internal debate going on. And that might be limiting our movement right now because we're so wrapped up in trying to figure things out that we're not making the movement. But I think that's all clearing up because, one, we've got the Six of Swords, which I keep going back to. That really is showing that we're organizing. I mean, if you look at the Eight of Swords, it's a tangle, right? It's just jumbled. There's no way out of that. And then this is clarity. This is peace of mind. This is a real clear vision of what we're doing, real clear plan. This is good stuff here. So I feel like the Eight of Swords is being worked out. That tangle is being sorted, okay? And at the top we have the Ace of Wands. You might be feeling like you have unlimited energy right now, like you're so fired up to start doing this that you're just ready to hit the ground running. You're very enthusiastic. You're ready to start this work, this business project, whatever it is. You've got the energy to do it. You've got the will. You've got the strength, the vitality. You're very excited, very motivated, very ambitious. And right now that might feel like it is infinite, right? Like there's no end to that energy, and it's never going to run out. So let's keep that in mind when we transition over to the path of the serpent, okay? How we get to the path of the serpent is with this Princess of Wands. If there is a difficulty in deciding which direction to take, this card is about you just getting out there and taking the risk, right? Maybe choosing the option that kind of is the most exciting, maybe the most risky, the one that you are kind of most uncomfortable with because it's something so new. It's going to take a lot of bravery to do it. It's going to take a lot of courage to begin. It's what I say. It's dancing with the tiger. This is it's kind of a risky business, but oh, is it exhilarating, right? And I think this is the choice that is going to give you the most of that exhilaration, right? The most, because I didn't notice this, but we don't have any earth cards here, right? So it's not like you need to choose the path that's going to give you the most money. I think any direction is going to give you the financial security that you need. We don't see earth here because the earth isn't an issue, right? The money's there. It's not a question. It's not an energy that we have to talk about, okay? So you can pick the path that has the most excitement for you, that feels the best, that's going to be the most fun, or going to have that thrill, right? Maybe this is doing the work in the ER rather than in the, podiatry clinic or something. It's about choosing the one that's going to really mean the most to you. So I think that's the way forward. And I think that is really going to make you feel elated, over the moon. This Three of Cups is a celebratory mood, right? This energy is happy and joyful and like literally couldn't be happier, right? And this is your general energy. So I think you're going to be very happy with your decision because you picked the one that kind of has the most excitement for you, right? Not the one that's boring, but stable and calm. And no, you want one that's really going to get your heart pumping, right? Get your blood moving. And that's going to lead to a lot of celebration. I think you're going to be very happy with the choices that you've made. In the environment, we see a Four of Swords. So this is kind of, it's some more of this air energy. This is in the position of your environment, though. Okay, your relationships with your environment and the people in your environment. Whatever choice you make, there's going to have to be this spirit of negotiation, cooperation, this professional treatment of others, well, obviously, right? This kind of is a very obvious card. This might be in a little bit of contrast with this fire energy that we see, right? Because this fire energy, we've got a lot of fire. Fire, 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 fire. So it is kind of competing with this air energy a little bit. You have to be fair and you have to negotiate. You have to be willing to compromise and solve problems, conflict resolution and all this kind of professional stuff. But really what you want to do is just this activity. You want to go, 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 go. You don't care about the rules. You don't want there to be rules and restrictions. This Four is like the fence. You don't want there to be a fence. You don't want to be boxed in. You want to just go and act and do. And the first fire card we encounter is this Emperor. It's in the position of what we don't want. You don't want a boss. You don't want somebody telling you what to do. Our camera's overheating. There's so much fire right here that our camera's getting too hot. You don't want someone telling you what you can and can't do. There's an issue with authority there, okay? But I think that as long as we're aware of that issue within us, we can check some of that, right? We can temper some of this resistance to authority with some of our air energy, some of our nice water energy, remembering the star here in the background, and adjusting to the new situation, right? Because it feels to me like everybody has a boss. And, it doesn't matter what field you're in or where you are in your life. There's some authority that we have to adapt to, right? There are rules that we have to follow. And I think that's the purpose of the Emperor here, that as much as we want this kind of free Princess of Wands energy, this free creative ambition, fire, enthusiasm, we have to temper it a little bit and adapt it to the authority that's in our life now, okay, in whatever field this is. Now, the last card that we were talking about is this Ten of Wands. Let me check the camera again. The Ten of Wands is you overextending yourself, right? This is you really going really hard with the Princess of Wands energy, to the point where you begin to realize that this Ace of Wands was not infinite after all. That there is a limit to how much effort you can put into something before you need to recharge. So the card here is saying, look, don't burn yourself out. Let's direct some of this Empress energy to ourselves. Let's heal ourselves. Let's nourish and nurture ourselves, as well as other people in this kind of new life, this new purpose, this path that we're on. Okay. This is taking on too much at once that you may think you can handle it right now, but it's going to start to feel like too much. Okay, so take your time, go slow, know your limits. That's the big thing there, is to know your limits with this fire energy. Now the mystery card. Let's see what is going on with our alien today. Well, maybe this will be something, maybe some earth energy. Maybe showing that all of this is not just an abstract theory or a thought experiment. Maybe this is something that is going to manifest now, and something that will be successful and lucrative and will be a good place for you, right? So that's what I'm hoping for, some earth energy here. Yeah, we've got a 3 of discs. This is perfect. This is a job well done. This is showing that it is a type of work that you're doing. It is an activity for which you will be compensated based on merit. You will be recognized for the job well done. 3 of discs. This is about doing everything in proper proportion, right? I always talk about the 3 of discs being like a drone, where the fans all have to be spinning at the same RPMs, the same speed. For the thing to really take off and for it to do anything, all of those fans have to be spinning. And they have to be spinning at the same rate, otherwise it's just going to flop over. So this is you making sure that you put enough energy into getting along with people, you put enough energy into taking care of yourself, and you put enough energy into doing the fun part, right? Doing the work that you love. And you will get recognition for this. It'll be something that you can be proud of, the work that you do and what you're creating and the help that you're offering people. This is really special. I'm really, really honored that I get to read these energies for you. Now I'm very curious what you're doing, and I want to know, So feel free to share what you will in the comments. We're going to do an extended reading. And if you want to stick around for that, just click on the link that is right up here. And that'll give you access to all of the extended readings, not just for Sagittarius, but for all of the zodiac signs. I want to thank you for letting me read for you. Thank you for being here. And thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.